I realized a lot of my see-through art I just show real quick, and I thought it might be good to make a very short video explaining what I'm doing here, in case anybody's interested in doing it also, if you haven't already. And I want to thank my cat, Elfie. She's helping me here, keeping my legs warm. So, you draw the picture, or right on the other side first, but it's usually better if I draw the picture, and then as you hold it up to the light, you see another message there. And on the back, you have to write it like you would for a mirror or for it to show through the other way. The key is not to use Sharpie markers because they bleed through these 3x5 index cards. So it's important to use Sharpie do have these new I forget what they're called, fine point, I think, or Sharpie pens. That's what they're called. They're just called Sharpie pens, and they're not the typical Sharpie fine point. Which I've got another one over here I can pull and show you. Well, like the typical black one that everybody has seen and used probably. This is the fine tip. But unless you want it to bleed through, don't use these. You've got to use like the Sharpie pens, or what I love is these Micron pens. Love those. And it's important to just do a really dark lettering on the other side, but with a pen that doesn't bleed through. You can see this black circle because I did use a black Sharpie to do the circle around the sailboat and stuff. But the sailboat and the birds are with a pen that will not bleed through the paper, and I prefer those Micron pens. And on the other side, you don't want it to bleed through, you just want it to be dark enough so when it's held up to the light, it does shine through. Now, the neat thing is I can add birds or add things too. I could put those sailboats just on the other side of the paper so it would look like just water, and then when you hold it up to the light, the sailboats would come through if the sailboats are written on this side. It takes a little bit of measuring and planning. With this one, you'll see that bird in the middle there. Oh my gosh, I'm pointing to it on the screen. The bird in the middle there, I lined up to go with the eye, just above the eye, in lives. So I'm making a bunch of these for church. I made a bunch for my church here, the Salvation Army in St. Augustine. And now I'm making a bunch for the Salvation Army in Clearwater. My mom works in the library there. And it's probably good to put something on there, too, that explains to the person to hold the drawing up to a light. It works really great in sunlight more than anything else. So that's a little bit of better explanation of it, in case anybody was wondering. Thank you so much, and those of you that get my art and help me share my art, I just thank you so much, because it makes me feel like I'm actually accomplishing something. So thank you so much again. Take care. Bye for now. Where's the button?